You put it this way a little bit more. I say that. Yeah, I'm watching the Arsenal game right now. Arsenal versus Everton. So I figured, why not just stream? You know what I mean? I'm probably just stream like maybe the first half or something like that. You know. But yeah, I'm really excited about this game. I'm not gonna lie to you. Very excited about it. I know I don't look excited, but I am. And the reason why is because, all right, so I got Peacock, which is an app. So Peacock is an app that you use like in America to kind of watch football. You know what I mean? I don't have cable, so I watch it on the app, and then sometimes it doesn't have the Arsenal games, so I have to wait in order to, you know what I mean, sporadically watch it. Or the Champions League, because I got Paramount Plus too, so I get to watch the Champions League and some of the Carabao Cup games, matches, or whatever it is. But I don't get to see the Premier League, all of the Premier League matches. I get to see some of them, but not as much as I want to. So that's why, even though it's Everton versus Arsenal and not Arsenal versus, like, Real Madrid, I'm still excited because I haven't watched a Premier League game from Arsenal for about 2 weeks back now. You know what I mean? So live, I mean live. Okay, I like the press. I like the press. I like the press. I do expect Arsenal to be motivated today. I very much expect Arsenal to be extremely motivated today and get the job done. One thing I am going to say though, Arsenal is missing Gabriel, and if I'm honest with you, I believe Gabriel should be the captain of Arsenal Football Club, straight up and down. Um, Declan Rice is a candidate as well, but got it for me. It's Gabriel. You know what I mean? Or Saka. Gabriel Saka or Declan Rice. Saka, great move, Saka. Mhm. Thing is, Arsenal has some players on that team that could play just about any position, pretty much. You got Saka who could play left back, who could play right back, who could play pretty much any position. Timber definitely could play any position. Thank you so much for sending that 100. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, Jordy Gamer. Appreciate that. Um, but yeah, you got Timber who could. I feel like Timber could play in any position on that field, even goalkeeper if he needed to. But Arsenal just has those players that is just so technically gifted that they could play in just about any position. I remember Saka started off as a left back, you know what I mean? And eventually moved up the right wing. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, But it's like Gareth Bale. And I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Like I'm not a big I don't like Tottenham. You know what I mean? I don't like Tottenham. And I wasn't, obviously, because I'm not British, right? So I didn't have the same sort of rivalry as like a traditional Arsenal fan who lives in England would have with Tottenham. But you see that season, 2 seasons ago, when they threw the match, and it's like they Tottenham fans wanted Tottenham to lose against Manchester City. So you see when that happened, I was like, nah, bro. I'm good on Tottenham, bro. I really don't like this club. Because before, it was, for me, it was like I didn't Manchester United, because when I started supporting Arsenal, it was Arsenal versus Manchester United. You understand what I'm saying? So Manchester United was the team that I really didn't like, right? And if I'm honest with you, when I first started really hearing about English Premier League, all I used to hear about was Manchester United, Manchester United, Manchester United. I used to always hear about David Beckham, David Beckham. And then like I got family who live in England, obviously because I'm Jamaican or whatever it is. I make family that live in England. So my uncle was married to this one British lady, and she would always be talking about David Beckham. You know what I mean? It's David Beckham. It's David Beckham guy. And to be fair, David Beckham is a great player, very accurate. very technical is what you would just, I guess you could use the term technical when it comes to a dead ball, crossing the ball, things like that. You know what I mean? But, you know, I just didn't really understand what the praise was about, and I just didn't fall into it. But then I started supporting Arsenal years later. Started supporting Arsenal. But Manchester United was the team that I just really, really did not really like. You know what I mean? Not Tottenham. Hey, Thrifty, what's up, Thrifty? Somebody said, hold on. Do you think Michelle Obama will have a divorce? Okay. I don't even want to speak that into existence. Michelle Obama is not getting a divorce. Why would she get a divorce from her husband? I don't understand. They make such a beautiful couple. Like, they're such a beautiful, beautiful power couple. I don't ever see that happening. I mean, things could happen, but I wouldn't want to speak that into existence. I wouldn't speak that over their relationship. Such a beautiful union, such a beautiful family, and I would much rather see families together than apart, especially families that come together to do great things, and families that come together that unite the world, and like a person and people with such positive messages. And this is not to put Obama on a pedestal or put anybody on a pedestal, because this is not what this is. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like I wish them nothing but prosperity. And if the inevitable happens where, they are going through certain things, I hope that they work it out, whatever it is. If they are going through, because I mean, I'm not keeping up with their business, so I don't know. What's up, man? What's up, Granny Destroyer? What type of name is Granny Destroyer, bro? What type of name is Granny? You got some explaining to do, bro, because that's a crazy name. I'm sorry. It's a you could have picked any username in the world. And this isn't me trying to disrespect you. I hope this is not disrespectful, but why are you destroying grannies? I think you're disrespecting grannies. But big ups to you, man. He said, "Are you in?" Okay, all right. I'm not even gonna read that. You're tough, bro. Appreciate that, man. Big up yourself, Blake. Yo, my dog. He's a cat. Granny Destroyer said they need love too. Okay, man. Okay, all right. Everybody needs love. I don't know what exactly it is that you're talking about. Love is something that we all need, right? We're talking about love here, okay? Not anything else. So yes, we all need love. But your profile says destroyer of grannies. It doesn't say lover or love. You know what I mean? So that's the crazy part about that. We already 15 minutes in this game, guys. And I'm kind of watching it, but I'm kind of not. I'm mostly streaming more than I am watching. Like I said, I like and subscribe. I appreciate that, Justice. I appreciate that, Justice. I'm not even going to attempt to say your last name. Ooh, Arsenal is going to win this game, man. Arsenal are going to win this game. I feel like Arsenal is going to be up for it today, even though it's in Goodison Park. Arsenal is going to be up for it today. Everton look very organized, though. From the little spurts that I've seen, they look very organized. And the thing is with this as well, Mikel Arteta knows David Moyes, even though it was 20 years ago that he played under David Moyes. 20 or so years ago. Yeah, I think 20 years ago, 2005, I do believe he was in Everton in 2005. Um, but even though it was 20 years ago that he played for David Moyes, they know each other. And David Moyes' style hasn't adapted that much or changed that much since then. Of course, the game has changed. Um, Everton has always been a tough team, a good team. David Moyes has left Everton. He's coached other Premier League teams, i.e., Manchester United, i.e., West Ham United, and he's going back to Everton where he belongs. You know what I mean? This is where I grew up seeing this guy. You dig what I'm saying? It did, but because he was appointed as Manchester United manager because of Sir Alex Ferguson. And I do believe that they both kind of come from the same country or whatever. And to be fair, at the time, Everton was Back then, Everton was one of those teams back then where they was one of those teams that you would think, man, this is a tough place to go, man. So he always, you know what I mean? David Moyes always was a really decent manager, you know what I mean? And knew how to get the best out of what he had. What do you think about the Epstein file? Says John. You know what's crazy about that, bro? Here's my thing. I think this system does too much to protect certain types of people. Those people that are in the Epstein files, regardless of what their social, political, class, economic, whatever, we all agree that the world would be safer with people like that where they belong. Let's just leave it where it is. But here we had people within this system that were protecting the most dangerous people among us. Because it takes a real monster to do some of the things that they've done to children. Let's just keep it a buck. Now, you realize that it's by design. I didn't see the Epstein files, but I started seeing pictures of Michael Jackson and Jeffrey Epstein floating around. A lot of people don't want to admit it about Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson had a lot of very questionable behavior. Let's just call it what it is. Was he a brilliant artist? Absolutely. We're just gonna call it what it is, but it's questionable behavior. I don't care who you are. As a grown man, you don't need to be sleeping in no kids with nobody in bed with nobody kids, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So that in and of itself is weird behavior to me. Those are not your children. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody said release the Oneje files. Release them. Hey man, listen to me, bro. I'm gonna tell you something right now, right? I love the fact that we live in a time where we are transparent, where you can't hide nothing. So you get to see the purest of me. You understand what I'm saying? The purest of me. The best of me, the worst of me. So if you like me, you're gonna like me because of who I am or what I represent to you. If you don't like me, you're not gonna like me because of who I am or who I represent to you. And to be honest with you, there's nothing more liberating than living your truth. You see what I said? You get me, brother? So yeah, ain't no weirdness on my file. Ain't none of that. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't never gonna see nothing like that. You see me? Because there's certain, what would you say now? I would put it this way, right? There's a certain things that's just not in me, right? I remember one of my earliest memories was somebody trying to violate my mother. One of my earliest memories. And my mother was able to pick me up, run into the house, and lock the door. That's one of my earliest memories. So when it come to that sort of stuff, any sort of, I have I really, there's people that don't like people like that, and obviously you have, you know, the system is allowing this sort of thing to perpetuate itself. I really don't like people that do certain things. You understand what I'm saying? And when I say it that way, it's kind of, I know how it sounds. Hold on one second, because I am watching the game, guys. Let me see this. Hold on. Ooh, Yuckerez, he almost got it. I want that guy to score so bad, man. Big up the Yuckerez. But There's certain things that's just not in me. That's just the bottom line. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not certain behavior that I'm not gonna protect, a certain behavior that I don't want around me. You understand what I'm saying? As human beings, nobody's perfect. I don't expect people to be perfect. But there's certain things, nah, bro. That simply mean you can't help yourself. You can't control yourself. If you don't see that certain things, when it comes to these certain things are wrong, I don't need you around me. I don't need you around my family. You understand what I'm saying? And it could get dangerous for you if you are around. So you should probably keep it pushing. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna protect mine, my family. You understand what I'm saying? When it's all said and done, while I'm alive, while I'm not here, wherever it is, because as spiritual beings, you understand what I'm saying? As people, hold on one second. Wait, 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 wait. Penalty? Handball? Okay. Give me one second, guys. I gotta, I gotta kind of cut on my finger. Is it a penalty? Hold on. Oh, he's walking over to the monitor. I'm gonna try to stick a pin right there. Somebody say, yeah, people can't. Somebody say, Gordo Gordon says cash. You know what's crazy about that, Gordo Gordon? I'm not gonna say what you said, but my girl feels the same exact way about that, and I share the same sentiment because you can't help yourself. That primal, basic human empathy you seem to not have, and you seem to not be able to control your urges. So for me, yeah, absolutely. You dig what I'm saying? She says that, and when you think about it, I think yeah, because they can't help themselves. They can't help themselves. Penalty kick. Penalty kick for Arsenal. Penalty kick for Arsenal. Penalty kick for Arsenal. All right, cool. We'll take it. We're gonna take that penalty. We're gonna take that penalty. We're gonna be number one when it's over with. Yeah, man. You blocked it off with your hand, bro. Give him a yellow card as well. That's a card too. That's a card, man. That's a big time yellow card. Califier, bro, he knocked the ball out of his face, bro. Why is he still on the pitch? He might. Oh, it's a yellow. It is a yellow. Odegaard, you better score this, bro. Odegaard better score this. Yo, bro, Odegaard had better score this. He better score this, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Odegaard better score this. Yo. Can I get a shout out to Gabe Owner? What? Gabe what? Oh, not gonna say that. Not gonna say that. Russell Hernandez. Can you give me mod and ban the bad people? I'm not gonna give you power just because you asked for it, brother. I'm sorry. It's not about. That's not what this stuff is about. Oh, Yakarez is gonna. Yeah, Yakarez needs this, bro. Yakarez needs this goal, man. He needs this. Put it away, bro. Bro, you better score this, bro. Good, good. Yakarez, he put it away. All right, but I was telling you guys, I want this guy to score so bad, man. I want him to be successful over here, man. There's a lot of people that's writing him off. I don't think it's a write off thing. I think a lot of people are underestimating him because of the form that he's been displaying. But once it comes good, it's gonna come great, man. I'm telling you. Once it comes good, it's gonna start coming great. So yeah, yes. That's a nice clean strike. Big shout outs to him. It's okay, bro, says Cherish Johnson. Yeah, man. Look, Cherish Johnson is like this, right? Well, this is the person that's asking to be a mod. You know what I mean? That's not how it doesn't work that way, right? So For us over here, it's like this, right? The people that you do see that are mods, it's a level of consistency and a level of community and a level of you was mad now. A comment just came in. And empathy that they have as well. You know what I mean? Like or that they display that kind of gives them that. You dig? So that's how they're kind of rewarded with that. Cause yeah, to be honest with you, it's a reward. It's a reward, it's a privilege, and it's also it comes with responsibility as well. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is, you know. Well, Lions Club, what up, Brody? What's happening, bro? Hope all is well with you, man. Big shout outs to you, bro. Yeah, but that 1-0 is looking great right now. But it's like I told you. Yo, even last night when I was watching the AJ fight, I was calling it play by play. By the second round, I realized what the strategy was. And I told y'all by the fourth round, he gonna get winded. And then when y'all watch by the fourth round, this is when he kept falling over. And I counted, he fell over he 4 times. I stopped counting at four, but it might have been more than that. It might have been 5 times that he fell over in the fourth round. And then was it the fifth round? No, I think it was the fifth round that he fell over 4 times. The fourth round, he was winded. I don't remember, but one of them rounds, he kept falling over, and then by the sixth round, it was over. And I was calling it play by play. Like you're not gonna just. It's somebody that mastered their craft that's been at this since they were young. So since they were young, since they were babies, they've been boxing. Then they know the footwork, they know the technical aspects, they know how to hit, they know how to not get hit, they know how to counter punch, they know how to jab, all that sort of stuff. So this is the sport that they're good at, right? This is what they're trained for their entire life. You come out of nowhere now and decide that you want to make some money and you're gonna set up some fights. Cool. When you set up fights, you set up fights that you know you have a chance to win most of the time. This time, he didn't have a chance of winning this fight. And I realized what AJ was doing. I realized AJ was playing with him. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying, all right, cool. This dude's I know he did a lot of cardio, but this is he's gonna get tired doing all this footwork, doing all this running. And at some point, he's gonna have to slow down. And he's gonna have to face the music. And at that point, when he slowed down and he faced the music, that's when you just knew it was over. You understand what I'm saying? But Jake Paul, you gotta give it to him. He's a brilliant promoter. He knows how to promote. He is elite when it comes to promoting. Mayweather is elite when it comes to promoting and when it comes to boxing. Most people are not elite at both, right? Some people is elite at one or the other. Not only is Floyd Mayweather elite, but he's world class. Like he became a billionaire. And you know the thing is, what Jake Paul also, I guess, kind of mastered. Why a lot of people, it's sort of similar to Floyd Mayweather. I guess he got it from the Floyd Mayweather playbook, and Floyd Mayweather got it from whatever source he got it from as well. But there's a lot of people that wanted to see Floyd Mayweather lose, which was somewhat, I suppose, the opposite for Muhammad Ali, because Muhammad Ali was the people's champ. People wanted to come see Muhammad Ali. People wanted to see Floyd Mayweather lose. So because they wanted to see him lose so bad, they were willing to pay and bet and put their money, fill his pockets with money indirectly or directly, but without even knowing. Fill his pockets with money. Mayweather Promotions. And he was brilliant at it. He was elite at it. Yeah, he was elite at it. You know what I mean? Yo, what's up, Tammy Paul? Big up, big up, big up, big up, Tammy Paul. That was a crazy, crazy slide tackle, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. But he looked like he got the ball, but Odegaard came in, moved him out the way. Odegaard came in and said, "Yo, move, man. What you doing, man? You knocking over timber? You crazy." All right, but what's up? Addy gun the cool. Why'd you put those emojis though, brother? I don't think that was necessary. But big up yourself either way. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure I hitting that like button too, man. But yeah, man. So the game that I'm supposed to be watching, I'm streaming. I'm only gonna stream the first half because I really want to watch the second half. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, some people. Sometimes you got people they just come here to just spam or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I do want to watch the second half though. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Then and only then. All right, y'all. But I just wanted to tap in with y'all though. I'm gonna watch the rest of this first half because I'm not even really watching the game. But I'm gonna be back streaming later. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Peace.